So today we're going to be covering how to set up a license for an AMine client. Um, this is assuming that you already have a license server running on the network, an AMine license server running on the network. So how do we get a client set up on that server, on a PC, so that it can talk to the server? We'll also cover on how to generate a new license activation code so that we can get your licenses up and running. So the first thing we want to do is we want to start up a window. And in that window we want to go to your C AMine code directory, which is where AMine's installed. Now I'm sorted this by application, so the two applications we're going to be looking at is License Wizard and License Manager. Now if you've already been running AMine and this is just you're renewing your license, then you're not going to go to License Wizard. But License Wizard is what generates a file that tells your AMine client where your license server is running. So what we're going to do is we're going to run our License Wizard. So I just double click and I want to go to Network Site Installation. So when you click on Network Site, this never changes, but this information up here is the name of the server. Now this could be the name of the server or the IP address, so like 192.168 or whatever. In this case it's called AMine. Now at this point you just type in the name of the server, put the IP address in, you hit next. When you hit next you'll see three boxes come up, so it will generate a license file, it'll check the files are installed, and it will make sure that you can talk to the server. If any of those boxes don't check, then you are not able to communicate to the server. A couple different ways a couple things after that to go and look at. The most important one is to see, can your client see the server? Quickest way to find out about that is I'm just going to start a window, a DOS window, by typing command at my run button, and I get a DOS window running, and I'm just going to ping my server, which is called AMine. And you can see here I get a reply from my AMine server. So I know I'm able to talk to it. If you get a no reply or you get an error message at this point, then you have a problem talking to the server. And usually that's related to a firewall blocking it or the server being turned off. At that point you have to go into a little more investigation, and you can always contact our office and we'll help you work through the issues. Okay, so I've generated a site license file. So if I just sort by date modified, so I'll scroll up to the top. So there's the file I just generated. It's a site license file. And if I look at it, it's just a text file saying where the license server is, AMine, and where the database is located. So there's our license file. Next thing we want to do is we want to activate the license on the server. So I'm going to sort by file type again, scroll up to the top. So next is going to be License Manager. So if I double click on this, what happens is it comes up with a list of licenses that are running, or it comes up empty. If you get an error message at this point, then you're not talking to the server again. If it comes up, then you're going to be talking to the server. Now this license is not on this PC I'm running. This is running off of the server. So the server has a license installed on it, and at this point it will show me that license. So I can double click on it and it would show me information about that license. This one here, I can see this is a core log license, and I can see that it's been activated and it's good until 2019. This one, same thing, 2019. If I stretch it out, I can see a little more information over here. So this one's core log, this one's AMine. So how do we generate an AMine license? So we're just going to hit A new, and you'll have a list of licenses that you can select from. So we're going to select AMine, hit OK, and at this point we're going to fill in some information. And the system generates a registration key. The registration key comes from the server, not from your local machine. So because we're using the site license software. So at this point, this information is emailed, or you can print it and send it to us, or you can call us, and we will generate an activation number, and we'll give you the activation number that you can put in here. When you get your activation number, you just type it in, and then hit OK. And at that point, your license is activated for whatever the time period that was selected. That's basically how you generate a license for your server, for your client, and also for your server, because when that license is put in, you see it's not activated here, so I'm just going to delete that. So when that license is activated, it's actually activated for all the computers on the network. So at this time, I double click in here, I can see this is for only one license. If I wanted, most of the time this is going to be for a site license, so it's going to have 15 or 20 licenses activated. And every time a user will connect, they'll take one of those licenses out of the pool, and it'll be 19, 18, 17, 16 licenses left for other users. And like I say, this is activated for everybody. So this only has to be run on one computer on the network. Activate the license, and when it's activated, then all users will then have access to the license.